y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about Southern Charm, Season 10, Episode 13. She's just not that into you, okay? Listen, y'all, this episode kind of pissed me off a little bit, a lot of bit. Listen, Shep, who do you think you are is the big question. Shep sat there and told this young lady how she feels about him. When she's giving you all the signs throughout Charleston, South Carolina, and the Bahamas, and everywhere else, that she don't like you like that, sir. She's just not that into you. That was the best title of this episode. This man literally goes around sleeping around with women, sleeping around with young girls, like of age. Let me say that. I won't put that out there, but barely. He 46 years old, getting ready to turn 50, not long from now. But you peddling bars looking for 20-something-year-olds. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. No young woman is looking for an old crotchety man because that's just what they love. No, they want your money. Shep, you don't have enough money for this girl. She was Mrs. Bahamas, okay? She's a beautiful girl. Very beautiful. She's not checking for you. And that damn shark tooth that you gave her, she was not checking for that either. You are a lame. You're lame. And Taylor, why are you here? I don't understand why Taylor is even still on the show, because all she was sitting there doing at the dinner table was gloating over, well, he's just getting a taste of his own medicine. Well, Taylor, you are young and you was dating his old ass too. So, I mean, why do you even care what type of medicine he's getting? I would give two shits about what Shep is doing. You have a handsome boyfriend that don't seem to go on no trips with you. He don't do nothing with you as far as the show. Y'all film together and that's it. He's not supporting your career. I don't even know why you still here, honestly. You need to go wherever Naomi is at. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't agree with Shep and his foolishness, but Shep, what are you talking about? Like, he was sitting there talking about, we're in love. And I totally understand if you don't want to say it right now, but you said you loved me, and I get it. You're probably, this man is delusional. He was putting words in this girl's mouth, and she was sitting there looking at him, and this girl, Sienna, is so beautiful that she just sits there looking very tantalizing and and she is not checking for him at all. Craig told Shep before he went out there. Craig was like, that girl does not like you. Okay, she's not checking for you. She's not attracted to you. She's just not that into you, okay? Then Austin says to Craig when Shep goes out, Shep was like, listen, I don't really care what you guys are saying. Fine, you can think whatever you think, but we're in love, and, I'm going to continue to deal with her and this, that, and the third, and I'm going to go out here and talk to her. Craig ain't buying the bullshit. So Craig gets in the shower because, Shep came in his room talking about this foolishness early in the morning, real early, and trying to get him on his side. And Craig is like, the girl don't want you, man. I don't know what you want me to say. So Craig gets out the shower. Shep is outside talking to Sienna, telling her how she feel. And Austin is like, Craig, I mean, you're just being mean. Like, and I'm like, Austin, why are you? Austin was pissing me off because the only reason that he was disagreeing with Craig is because he's mad at Craig. And the reason that Austin is mad at Craig is stupid. You're mad at I've never seen somebody get mad at their friend because they're doing better in their life. They're not drinking and looking like an idiot every day, like Craig was doing. Not taking Adderall every day to keep himself leveled off. Why are you encouraging me to be somebody that is self-destructing? Why is that the friend that you need me to be for you to feel secure? It's like Austin needs Craig to be plumb drunk and a dummy and acting like a fool for him to feel good about himself. What type of friend are you to think that that's okay? And I don't think that Craig, it should have gotten to the point where Craig had to tell him towards the end of the episode that he had an addiction problem. And he don't understand how him being his friend, he couldn't see that. I don't understand why none of them could see that either. All of them have even made fun of Craig. They've even said that Craig has a problem. But it's mighty funny to me that everybody on this show finds it, as long as you're not doing better than me, or as long as you're not trying to outshine me, then I can be supportive of you. But when I see you doing good and I see you running your businesses and you not acting like a belligerent idiot, then I don't like that. We got to put a stop to that. I just can't understand why Austin had such a problem with Craig all season, because and him and Shep try to say, well, I don't think it's real that you're being responsible. I don't understand that. If he was being fake, but he's appearing to be responsible, as his friends, why does that bother you? I could see if he was spiraling. Y'all wasn't saying nothing when he was spiraling out of control and taking Adderall all the time and drinking beer to the point of exhaustion. I don't need friends like that. Those types of friends I don't ever need or want. But let's get off of Shep and Sienna for a minute. Vanita, come in. Let me talk to you. JT and Vanita, dumb. Don't like it. Vanita, I don't think you really like JT like that. I think that you are playing games. I think that you really just are doing this for the show. Because JT is not cute. He is not attractive. Girl, what? What are you doing? And if you were so pressed over JT, why you ain't leave with him? Because JT left because he's so real and he tells the truth all the time. But you couldn't stand the heat in the kitchen. I wouldn't have never let them run me away. I would have been right at this dinner telling my truth. And it is what it is. But Vanita's sitting up here with a child. I'm not even gonna read Vanita. Vanita, you lying. You ain't attracted to JT like that. I think you're just trying to find you somebody to latch onto on the show because you are fading to black. And I mean that as a double whammy. You are fading to black and to the back. And you're not interesting. Nobody gives a shit about what you're talking about. You're not really engrossed in the friend group like that. Nobody values your opinion that much. You're just not. And it doesn't even, I don't even think it really has anything to do with her ethnicity. I really don't. I just think that Vanita is not interesting. She's not. And she's not that close with everybody on the cast. I could see if she was somebody that was really close with everybody, but she only talks to Madison, and Leva. And Leva we never see. Never see Leva. We see her on the phone or she come periodically. And I think the only reason Leva is on here because they like to go to her restaurant. She's bringing absolutely nothing either. So the two people that y'all brought on here to make it ethnic, you can just get rid because they don't. It doesn't fit. They don't fit in the group. That's just like Real Housewives of Atlanta. I wouldn't want y'all to just plant a WP on the show with them just for some diversity initiative. It doesn't, despite what's going on in the world, okay? Because I do not agree with the DEI stuff and all that. But I will say this. When it comes to TV and having connectivity, okay? I just feel like for it to be entertaining, we don't have to force this. We ain't got to force this into the fold. And it's very clear on this show that it's not working. And Vanita, you going in there apparently throwing yourself on this man. I saw a video where it was saying that she was in there. I think he said that she was in his lap. She was all on him or whatever. And he had to physically like tell her no. Like, and I'm like, JT, you should have never let her in your room. Especially if you got to do, if she doing all that and you running, you got to run off because of it and go back to South Carolina. You leave in the Bahamas in a day. That didn't make no sense. But Vanita, I'm over it. Please stop. We don't care. You do not like JT like that. You are such a liar. That is a lie to me. And if you do like him, you are acting real desperate and it's not cute. It's not cute at all. Once he told you that he had a girlfriend, you should kept your little hot pocket away from him. Stop thinking that, oh, I'm going to go over here and put it on him. No. So back to Shep. So Shep is over here and he's telling Sienna how she feels. Yes, we're so in love. And, I just thought that we would be able to experience that and, have some time together, but it just didn't happen like that. But, I understand, but, and this and the third. Shep, she don't fucking like you. She has been trying to tell you that. She hasn't even kissed this man since she been there. She ain't spent the night with him. She looks totally sick to her stomach being around him. I don't even know why I know she probably slept with him because he over here acting like real crazy over her. But baby, them mailbox checks is not going to be enough for this lady, okay? She's 26 years old. You are 46 years old. You're too old. You are way too old for her. She probably got some young strapping Barbadian man that has some money that she can have her kids with. She is not checking for you. And Shep, you're not even fly. Like you are an old crotchety, set in his ways, croony. Nobody cares about you. I don't even know what type of game Shep is putting on these women in these bars that he's peddling through in South Carolina. Hell, I don't know what type of game he's spitting to the broads at Republic, but it ain't working out here in the Bahamas. It really isn't. I guess it worked initially for Sienna, but Sienna, after being around him, was like, you're kind of corny. So, yeah. But he is so in love with her. I see why. She is extremely beautiful. She is extremely beautiful. But she is not for you. She does not want you. So they have a talk. Sienna basically explains to him, I never said I love you, though. Like, we're not in love. We never even defined what's going on here. Like, you said that you don't like to define things. And Shep was like, yeah. It's like Shep was talking out the side of his ass. He was like, yeah, I think that's a millennial thing to define a relationship. You're saying it's a millennial thing to define a relationship, but you come into the Bahamas and expecting all of this out of this woman. And you expected her to be telling you she loved you and she in love with you and you the one. It's like you want her to chase you. You want her to be all into you because you're into her. But you don't want to define the relationship. She defined it for you and said, I'm gonna head on out. Cause I'm not really checking for you anyway. Ain't you a fool? Ain't you trying to play with me? You trying to make me seem like I'm head over heels for you. You want me to be up your ass, and I'm constantly telling you that I'm not. I'm not checking for you. But you sitting here telling me how I feel, but then telling me that you're not going to tell me how you feel about us being exclusive. So I can tell you I don't want to be exclusive. I feel like that's why Shep didn't really want to define the relationship, because he didn't want to have to hear from her that she not trying to be in a relationship with him. That's what I think. But Shep, you look like an idiot. You look like a plumb idiot. And everybody that has anything negative to say about Sienna, I don't know why. Because she has been honest. She didn't have nothing to do. She didn't care about Shep and his ego. Like, why would she need to succumb to his ego? Shep does this all the time when he gets these girls, and these girls down in South Carolina think that he got money and that he's a somebody, and because he's on this show. Shep even tried to use this show apparently to appeal to her. And she was like, I'm not really checking for that. I don't really care to be on the show. I'm trying to find this video, y'all. She did a video where she was basically talking about what happened. Hold on. Sienna was not expecting. Oh, here we go.
So when I did see that, I was like, okay. I didn't really expect for there to be so much coverage of our relationship. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a topic this season at all, actually. I was very shocked by that.
So you said on the latest episode that a lot happened in the 6 weeks since you saw Shep. And then on the after show, Shep said you told him you were going to stay with him when he came to visit. How much of that is true?
So when I did see that, I was like,
okay, this is not the part that I'm talking about. But she basically was like, she wasn't checking for Shep. Like, she wasn't even expecting for it to be like all that he made it up to be. Let's talk about the timeline. This is a shout out to Jenny Blaze. Jenny Blaze did an interview with Sienna, and she talks about all of these things. So let's go to the part where they're talking about the relationship timeline.
Can I ask you, when did you and Shep first connect?
So we first connected in the end of April 2023. So that was almost 2 years ago now.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So how many times did you guys go on dates? Because you're not living in the same place, so you had to actually travel to be together. Was it like a handful of times, or was it a lot?
So I went to Charleston a few times, I think maybe 3 times. And he came to the Bahamas, and then we went on a few trips together. So it was about like 6 or 7 times we spent time together. Okay. Over, I think, a year or a little more. Yeah.
Okay. So then you were dating pretty much.
Yes.
But I think the fuzziness comes along on whether or not you guys were actually in a relationship. They've been showing you, when they write Sienna on the show, they say Shep's girlfriend. Was that alarming to you when you saw that?
I had no clue what was going to happen or what to expect. I was a little bit, I don't know what else they would say. Either I'm his girlfriend or his friend or his something, so I imagine they would say girlfriend, but we had never defined our relationship to say, like, okay, you are my girlfriend and I'm your boyfriend and we are going to be exclusively seeing each other. So when I did see that, I was like, okay, I didn't really expect for there to be so much coverage of our relationship. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a topic this season.
So she didn't really, they never defined the relationship. She didn't have no idea what was going on. She just thought that, listen, we having a good time. I'm going on a couple trips. We doing the thing. You know, it is what it is. I'm just living my life. I'm having fun. She wasn't trying to be with him. And I think I see that. But I'm not mad at her for that. She's young. She's having a good time. But he want to introduce her to his parents and do all this stuff, taking her to Italy to meet his, he talking about meet his aunt and his cousin. I think that's what he said. I'm like, dude, you don't see that she not really checking for you like that? Or maybe he was confused because she was, going with him to all these places. But let's continue to hear her, what she has to say about defining the relationship.
At all, actually. I was very shocked by that.
So you said on the latest episode that a lot happened in the 6 weeks since you saw Shep. And then on the after show, Shep said you told him you were going to stay with him when he came to visit. How much of that is true?
So the thing about it is I just became very apprehensive about filming because I'm someone who really values my privacy. And so I really wanted to have a conversation and talk about, okay, what do I deem as appropriate? What do I think I want to be on TV? Because I'm not someone who is a reality TV star. And I'm actually very, very private. So I I have a lot of apprehensions about what I wanted to be filmed and what I wanted to be out in the world forever, permanently. So of course, when we were plotting the trip, I wanted to spend time with him. I wanted to spend time with the group and the cast. And they were not just the cast, but I mean, they were my friends.
You were saying that you were excited to hang out with them. That
yes, I was.
Some of them are your friends. And I think Rodrigo said on the after show that you guys even went on a trip together and he really spent some quality time with you.
Yeah, and we spent time. It was Shep and I, Austin, his girlfriend Audrey, and Rodrigo and Tyler. And we had a great trip together. It was super fun. And we became really, really close over that.
So what I'm getting, and I'll put a link to the video down below so y'all can watch the full interview. I watched the whole interview, and what I get from it is she wasn't really trying to be in a relationship with Shep. I think that they were just having a good time. Shep took it a little too far. She wasn't feeling the same way he was feeling. She felt like, oh, I'm cool with everybody. But it was more of in the beginning, I think it was like, oh, okay, Shep, I want you to let me know what you want this to be. But I'll let you know that I'm not really trying to do that. So if you're not going to say nothing, I'm not going to say nothing, and we just going to have a good time. All the while knowing she's not really checking for him. But Shep, you did the same thing to a bunch of women. Now, again, many may say two wrongs don't make a right, but I think that Shep is so far up his own ass that he couldn't even see what she was putting in front of him the entire time. That girl did not make it. She made it very well known that she wasn't checking for him. You could tell by her body language and how she was acting around him. She sounded like she halfway a private person. She probably was like, I'm not trying to be fucking you on camera. Like, I'm not about to be on TV and then I'm in your room and you trying to be doing stuff and this and the third, and I'm about to be kissing you on TV and stuff. No. And she probably got other dudes. And like, I'm not about to have them seeing me all up into you. Because you don't live in the Bahamas. I got me a man here. So I don't want my man to be mad when he see this. Who knows? I don't know what it was, but Shep, Sienna wasn't checking for you. That is a beautiful freckle-faced Black woman and a young woman at that. Find somebody your age, Shep. Find somebody your age. Because you keep on peddling these bars looking for these young women. They do not want you. Okay? Your mailbox checks are not enough for these chicks. You're not rich enough. Honestly, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with Shep. You don't have enough money. You don't. You have enough to sustain your lifestyle as it is. You don't have enough for these women. You don't have enough to buy a Birkin bag with all the bags, the shoes, the cars, you don't have enough to sustain what these women want. You simply don't. And all that buying a shark tooth necklace for broads and stuff, you bought the same necklace for Taylor. And shout out to Madison, because when they were sitting down at the dinner table, Madison aired Shep the hell out. She was like, didn't you give, when they saw the necklace or whatever, or the necklace came up. And Madison was like, didn't you give Taylor the same necklace? And he was like, no, it was a different. Hers was a great white. And this is a megalodon or something. And they were like, still a shark. Like, who wants a shark tooth necklace? I don't. He'd have gave me that shit, and I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. That is so thoughtful, but I don't want that. What am I going to do with this? Pick a lock? What? Shep, leave Sienna alone. Sienna, you were nice to look at on the show, but I could tell that wasn't gonna work out. So Shep can stop being an idiot and move on. So moving on, we get to Craig and Austin. Okay. Austin, I mean, I've pretty much said it all in the beginning. Austin, you are immature and childish because you are mad at your friend because he don't want to get drunk, like crazy drunk with you. Y'all are getting too old for that shit. You need to grow up. Leave Craig alone. If he want to sit in his house and work and sew or make a carpet and put a pillow together, let him do that. Go over his house and visit him. Ask him to come over your house and visit. I don't get it. Why are you mad at him for doing better? I want all my friends to do well. And Austin was visibly angry with Craig all season because he's living a good life. He's being responsible. He has money. Craig should not have had to sit you down and say, listen, you stupid mother. I was a freaking alcoholic. Can't you see that? I had to stop drinking. But Craig, you ain't really building a case because it looked like you had some champagne in your hand while you were sitting there talking to him, and you might have had a couple because you were looking a little drunk-eyed sitting there talking to Austin. But Craig was basically telling him, listen, I was addicted to pills. I was drinking all the time, getting blackout drunk. I had to stop doing that. And it wasn't until Paige said to him, listen, this is not okay, that he realized that, you know what, I need to stop. I gotta stop. And Austin tried to use the excuse, the same thing that you told your girlfriend about her working too much. It's like you're doing it. It's okay when you do it. Why are you? I've never seen a man get mad at another man for working and taking care of his own. Austin, maybe you should learn to work more. Because I ain't seen you do shit but stir the damn pot since you've been on this, since this whole season. I ain't seen you. I don't know what happened, y'all. I done went down and came back up. But we're going to go ahead and close this out. But Austin and Craig ended up hugging it out. They are, I guess, friends again. I guess he understands him more now. So it's sad to me that it took all of this for him to understand where his friend was coming from and that he was struggling. So hopefully they can get past this and Austin can stop being a little bitch. Moving on. So it is time to get out of there and go back home. Everybody is packing up all their stuff to go. And Shep, I don't know. Shep is still delusional over the whole situation with Sienna. He don't want to basically accept the fact that it's over. It is what it is. Shep and Sienna are over. Everybody go home. Um, Craig is talking about some text message that asking if Shep sent text messages or whatever. I don't know. The end. They all go back to South Carolina. But y'all, let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. What do y'all think about Sienna? Do you think that she kind of led him on? Do you think she led Shep on? Do you think that, I don't know, she should have said something to him sooner, that it was just for fun? Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. Shep, you did it to a whole bunch of women. We've seen you get drunk out your daggone head. We've seen you treat women like crap. Taylor, just go to your boyfriend and be done. Like, stop. Leave Shep alone. He is not for you. Molly, I know you like Shep, but I don't think it's gonna work for y'all either. Honestly, I could see Molly. Nah, Molly don't even look right with Craig. I thought that her and Craig would be good, but I see Craig with somebody that, no shade, is just a little bit more attractive than Molly. But anyway, they all have breakfast with the flamingos walking around. It's real cute, and that's the end of the episode. Thank y'all for watching. Please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anybody else that's watching this show with us too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.